Hey, how's it going, guys? This is Salmon17. I wanted to make a quick video before the day comes for those who are subscribing to my channel and following me. I wanted to give you an information about the fact that I will be going back to the drawing school. I was in Germany first, when there was a day off, I also bought a PS Vita. Yes, you're not. The Vita's inside the case, but I bought myself a carrying case for the Vita, so I'll be bringing it with me in my next trip to the same drawing school, but in a different country. So I wanted to give you a heads up that I will be off to the drawing school, not in Germany, but in Austria. I will be in Austria, or I'm not sure if that's the right name to call it. It's basically like, I think it is Austria. I think so. I will be off to Austria, and I will be there. I will be flying to Austria, and from 30th of May, and I will be back at 7th of June. So I'll be there, like, I don't know, maybe a week or something like that. So if you guys are wondering why I'm not making videos or why am I off that day, then that's why. I might give you some news about it and about the whole deal through my community tab. But I wanted you guys showcase that I've been going to drawing school and making my I'm doing art, basically, like doing like a few, like doing panels for my like action cartoon idea, like a short comic or something like that. It's not the best, but I'm trying my hardest to make it. Like, this is my first panel, like showing like the introduction of the story of my idea, and then the next one is my panel 2 that you guys have seen, showcasing the villains that I will have for the story. And in Austria, I will have to work on my third panel for this idea. What the third panel will be about, I have no idea. Hopefully I will come up with something quickly and draw it. Hopefully it's not going to be too complicated, but 7 days, I don't think it's enough to create a third panel for a comic idea. The reason why I'm doing this is because this kind of gives me a chance to hope maybe someday I will be able to do will be able to make my action cartoon idea a reality, but I do not know if that's going to be possible, especially with the way, unfortunately, the world is nowadays, with the whole political correctness or representation or whatever, all the forced stuff. And I don't know, man. We shall see how that will work out, but hopefully I will do fine. So I wanted to give you guys a heads up that I will be off to Austria, and I will be back at 30th of May. I'll be off to Austria at the drawing school, and I will be back at 7th of May. And I don't know what I will make some more videos, maybe. I don't know. I want you guys, thank you all so much for supporting my channel. It's been crazy. I never expected I will reach 500 subscribers. Man, it's crazy. I love the fact that there are still people out there that enjoy all the entertainment as much as I do, and maybe next month. I did find out that in Latvia there is a place in Riga, basically, where you actually meet in person people to play old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and basically using old school rules of the format. And those events are happening only on Tuesdays, but I don't mind because I grew up with the original Yu-Gi-Oh, and I would like to meet people and play some old school Yu-Gi-Oh with other people, because I grew up with the anime, with the old school cards. I remember My very first structure deck I got was the Yugi structure deck from 2004 that had the Blackluster Soldier in front of it. And my second card was I bought from Germany, and it was like the Jaden Yugi starter deck that had the Blade Edge in front in the cover displayed. And I think I'm gonna buy like they do sell old school Yu-Gi-Oh cards, both the original Yu-Gi-Oh Dual Monsters and also GX cards, and I might buy some original Dual Monsters cards, like the whole package or something like that, so I could actually structure my deck in a proper way and maybe meet some people. We could play some old school Yu-Gi-Oh basically for funsies, basically, not as a serious thing like high stakes or whatever. But that's hopefully that will be happening. Like I said, it's kind of weird for me to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh has been a big part of my childhood. Basically, older entertainment in general has been like big part of my childhood. That also includes playing Yu-Gi-Oh Dual Monsters with other people. I remember when I played the original Yu-Gi-Oh Dual Monsters with some of my classmates I met in 1st and 4th grade. The Yu-Gi-Oh has been like, I don't know, it's like both big part of a good feeling of my childhood, but also a bad one. But of course, I'm just rambling on. Maybe I will talk about it maybe in next video. But if you guys are interested in talking about my experience with the Yu-Gi-Oh as a whole. But yeah, I'm just rambling on. But I wanted to give you guys a heads up that I will be off to Austria back in the art school, and all the other people who, well, not all of them, but a lot of the people who actually went to the art school in Berlin will be going to the same place I go to in Austria. Basically, all the teams and everyone is just gonna work there and make their own stuff. But yeah, if you guys are wondering why I'm not making videos or why am I absent in those few days, is because I will be off doing some art stuff. So hopefully everything is gonna be fine, and maybe people will like what I drew, because truth be told, I'm not like the biggest. I'm not very good at like. I am good at art, but at the same time, like, drawing from my imagination and memory is not the best, honestly. As you guys can see, I can show. If you watch my older videos, I do have videos of me showcasing some of the drawings I did, where I look up a character through the picture and I try to redraw him. Some of you even saw I drew Son Goku. A few weeks back or 2 months ago, I drew Son Goku and showed you guys on the community tab. You can check it out. And I only did it mostly because I wanted to try out the drawing a Dragon Ball character, and also because I wanted to like draw the character because of the sad passing of Akira Toriyama, unfortunately, who sadly passed away this year. But we can't do anything about that, unfortunately. But yeah, art has been like a lot of you guys know I'm a huge fan of animation. I've been ever since I saw like the Lion King and the Little Mermaid, the movies on VHS. I've been a fan of 2D animation, and even CG animation is bad, but nowadays people, especially in the West, are way too over-reliant on CGI to the point I'm just getting tired of seeing CG animation. And I feel like with anime movies that I keep going and seeing, it feels like a fresh of breath air, because I really miss watching traditional 2D animated films on the big screen. To tell you the truth, I never seen a single old school Disney film, 2D animated film at the theaters. I don't remember when was the last time I saw a 2D Disney animated film. I cannot recall, but it kind of sucks. But I only seen 2D animated Disney films through cable or through physical media, and that's about it. But I seen some a lot of old Pixar films like Finding Nemo. What else? Finding Nemo, another 3D animated films. Because the reason why I don't go a lot at the theaters, because the tickets are really expensive, and nowadays especially it is troublesome that they, with the whole thing, with the whole, pushing that message down on people's throats. It's like, I don't care about these films because they're just badly written, and people always just like, every time somebody criticizes it, myself included, about the modern entertainment, everyone just goes, oh, you're a bigot, you're this and that, and I'm just like, I just want to watch something that is fun, that doesn't talk down to me like I am an idiot, and I just want to watch something that is really cool or really fun, and that's it basically. And with Japanese entertainment, at least they do that, because as you guys know, a few weeks ago I went to see Spy X Family movie, and I had a good time. It was hilarious. It had really cool animation. Like, watching these 2D Japanese animated films feels good, because they don't talk down to you like you're some kind of imbecile, you don't know anything. It's not always like about, did you know this character is this? Did you know about this? Did you know how the world is nowadays? And I'm like, the world nowadays is so shit that the fact that the Westerners try to shove in the political messaging down on people's throats, even in video games, it's just like, I'm so sick and tired of it. And because of that issue, I always go back watching I'm playing older games or watching older movies or TV shows. Like, I'm also going on YouTube watching Disney's Recess, because it's a wholesome show, and it's a really good show that actually has messages, but it's not about like teaching kids valuable lessons. And with today's shows, it's not about, you need to be a good person, or you don't need to judge book by its cover. It's more about this person is better than this person, and this person has this sexuality, and it's better than this sexuality. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And I feel like it's just really bad messaging towards the younger audience. While Disney's Recess, on the other hand, actually teaches kids actual good lessons about friendship, about being brave, about better yourself as a person, and many other amazing messages that the good and decent writers actually try to put in. And the reason why I'm talking about Disney's Recess is that I've recently sadly found out that the voice actor for the original voice actor for Principal Prickly unfortunately sadly passed away recently, and that is really sad, because I really like the character. Principal Prickly, even though he has this rivalry with TJ, I really loved his character arc in the Disney Recess movie, where TJ and Principal Prickly actually working together to stop like this madman who wants to cancel summer or something like that, and Principal Prickly actually showcases his humanity. He is like an actual good person. He actually cares about other kids, and he actually grows more respect towards TJ because of those events. Because TJ might be like a rebellious kid, but at the same time is not heartless. Like, his heart is always in the right place, and he always cares more about other people than he cares about himself. That's what I love about TJ. That's why I love his character, basically. And I'm just rambling on about older stuff, but that's because I really love it. And with this whole drawing stuff, me going to these drawing schools or whatever, I'm hoping to maybe recreate like this awesome feeling towards newer generation kids with actual good writing, but maybe find the people that can help me create this amazing show, action-oriented show that tells a really good story and actually have high stakes. It doesn't talk down to kids like they're idiots. Not every, like one of my biggest problems with a lot of animated shows for me is that a lot of these animated shows that we keep getting nowadays is just like every single main character starts off as a goofy dumbass idiot, and then every goddamn show, especially in Western entertainment, especially aimed at kids, always starts off as a dumb, mindless comedy, and then like 10 and 20 episodes later, they try to change it with some kind of story-driven show, and it's like the writers themselves, I feel like, and the creators of those shows don't even know or understand what kind of show they're trying to make, and it's just like, no, I'm making the show that resembles me, not about, telling a legit good story. It's not about telling good stories anymore, and nowadays it's more about just oh, did you know, guys, I have emotional issues? No, I don't care, man. Like, you can I'm not saying I'm against characters with emotional backstories and dramas, but you need to make the characters feel like their own characters. Stop making about yourself. Like, I'm not against self-inserts either, but though, if you're making a self-insert character, then make it a good self-insert character. If you're not making a good self-insert character that doesn't feel like, oh, I like this character, then you fail the writing of this character. I want to make an action show that basically like captures the feeling of me watching the animated show, and I want to bring it to newer generation kids, letting them see something cool, something really heroic, and something like that tells a very serious and even dramatic or very fun show. Basically, nowadays I feel like action shows are basically non-existent nowadays, and even though they're bringing back action shows, they're always, instead of actual bringing back the original writers or having actual legit good writers or creators to make these action shows, instead they're basically like, oh, look at all these flashy animations, look at all this flashy stuff. You like flashy stuff, right? Look at all this cool stuff the characters are doing. But because of that, they sacrifice actual good writing, but every time when people try to criticize the whole thing, it's like people are like blinded by the whole thing that, oh, look at this all flashy animation, stuff like that. Animation is not dead. Like, good animation can get you so far but if it has terrible or mediocre writing, then it's not a good show. You need to you need balance with these things, and yeah, I'm rambling about this whole animation stuff, and it's because I want to bring back the whole feeling of the whole animation thing, because animation nowadays is just, it's not that great, especially in the West. I don't think it's that great, and I think a lot of people would agree with me, because it's not just animation from the West that is bad. It's video games, movies, live action TV shows, etc. Nowadays it's not about telling good stories and creating good characters that actually go through stuff, and actually characters that people can relate to without being about race or gender or whatever. No, it's all the things you want to make. It doesn't exist anymore, and it makes me really upset and really worried about the future generation of humanity, basically, because what I'm seeing so far, it's not that great, and I don't think it's gonna get better anytime soon, unless actual people, intelligent, smart people, can actually stop these crazy activists from taking over the entertainment industry. So people with actual great ideas, talents, and imaginative ideas, and many other things, actual good things that make entertainments enjoyable, like they were in the 90s or even the 80s, or even to mid 2000s. Hell, even early 2010s had really good shows. Like my favorite animated show from early 2010s is Generator Rex, Avengers Earth Hero, Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes, Green Lantern the animated series, and Symbiotic Titan was also a really good show. And Motor City was also a really great show, and Tron Uprising. All these early 2010 shows, and nowadays we don't get shows with good writing, with good animation. We barely get that. And of course, there are some people who say, "Oh, I'm not just looking hard enough." I am looking hard enough, and when I'm seeing what we get nowadays, I don't feel it. Like I don't feel it, and it's not the same, man. Like I feel like kids deserve better, and that's why I'm trying to like make maybe something in the future. I might actually create something that kids can enjoy. Maybe if I ever have kids of my own, I want them to watch something that is good, that actually treats them with respect, and want them to be inspired by heroism and justice and stuff like that. And I feel like that feeling is just slowly fading away. Nowadays people try to humanize villain characters, like they're like try to make them look like the good guys, even though they killed like over 1 million people. But they're like, nah, they are justified because they're either Holocaust, they have sad backstories, or Holocaust creators or whatever. And I'm like, that's not how that works. If you kill so many people, there's no coming back from that. Oh boy. Anyways, I'm sorry if the video went on for so long. I'm just so passionate about entertainment, and I'm just really sad about the way it is handled nowadays. So yeah. Wish me luck on the Austrian trip, and I will see you guys later or whatever. And this is Simon 7 signing off.